NBC Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Evan McPherson about ready to get this going as we are underway now from Paul Brown Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A first down carry for Henry. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Tannehill. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Out to the left. He's got Sample there. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
There you go. 54, right there. 54, there you go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, 42 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9.
Big 13. Big 13.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he stopped immediately there. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, they go again with Henry. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Flush to his right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
First down. Here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
Expect nothing less, baby. Expect nothing less.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here we go. Mike 54. Here we go. 20. 21.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Airing one out for Boyd. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's 2nd and 9. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Bengals grab it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Burrow looking to pass. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and take it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow down around his goal line. Open man is Chase, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Off play action, Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Michael Pruitt, 27 yards. And the Titans are just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second and 8 coming up. Now it's Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
11.
They'll set up to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, Mixon, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. 180. Raise up. 11.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll drop to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tannehill going to throw it. That's taken in by Ferkser. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.